Hey guys, it's Scott from Below the Surface here, and today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. I know I usually give out fantasy and betting advice, but we're going to be doing a film breakdown. This one's going to be on my New York Giants. We got a big win over the Philadelphia Eagles. First win on Thursday night in 10 years. I'm going to talk about what stood out to me, which was the third down offense and defense of the New York Football Giants. There were some key third down moments that really changed the game. With that said, I just want to get right into the film. The Giants had just committed a false start penalty on the play of prior. It was Lil Jordan Humphrey who had moved prior to the snap. Now it's a 3rd and 12, extra pressure on Jaxson Dart. From the start of the play, he's looking off to his left side, and he sees Andrew Makuba getting depth, moving back towards the middle of the field, and with his eyes, he's manipulating him there. As you can see in the pocket, we see Wan'Dale Robinson pretty covered tightly. There's not much there. And then as soon as you see Jaxson Dart get his eyes turned back to Lil Jordan Humphrey, he already noticed that there was no safety help over the top. So it's a one-on-one with Keely Ringo, which has been a good matchup all year. He floats it up beautifully, and that's just a great jump ball catch. And this is one of the biggest plays of the game already for the New York Giants. A 3rd and 12 in a 3-0 ball game could be the possession ender, and Lil Jordan Humphrey makes a play like that. We'll see from the end zone angle a better view of Jaxson Dart here, how he keeps his eyes, and then as soon as he snaps, he lets it fly to Lil Jordan Humphrey, knows he has one-on-one on that side already. The next play we're going to go to is, of course, the big one. It's been shown a lot, but I still want to go over it. Jaxson Dart, he diagnoses he's got man coverage. And honestly, I'm surprised how much the Eagles ran man coverage, knowing Jaxson Dart's such a young quarterback, and zone coverage just takes a little bit longer and the quarterback has to think a little bit more. Jaxson Dart, he takes the snap and he hits his drop, and he doesn't see anything open, and nothing is open unless you want to hit this backside end, which is what it looks like he's honestly looking at. But it's a tight throw. He sees the pressure coming and he avoids this rush. Great job avoiding this rush. And what he does is plant his foot inside and gets Zach Bond off momentum, and then it's a free path to the end zone. He uses his athleticism. He's shown really good athleticism. We'll see it from the end zone angle, how he sets up Zach Bond better here. He's looking at the read, but as soon as he feels the pressure, he's on the move. Good job of getting upfield, pump faking. He kept his eyes downfield the whole time. Then this little nice inside juke move before getting to the end zone is really impressive. Another big time 3rd down conversion. This time Jaxson Dart using his legs, showing all aspects of his game in that first drive. He's been very effective on his first drives. Now this next play, we'll talk about the Eagles offense and the Giants defense. This is a big 3rd and 8 for our Giants defense. This is a great play call by Shane Bowen. I have been calling for this man's head off as a Giants fan, but on this play specifically, the use of Abdul Carter is going to attack the shoulder of this guard and try and get as far up the field as possible. And what that allows is the inside lane for Brian Burns here. And Brian Burns, we know how fast he is. Even on Jordan Mailata, he can't get in front of him, and he's going to make this unbelievable play. We'll see again. Abdul Carter on 64. He's going to push his left shoulder up the field, creating all that positive momentum and allowing that inside cutback lane. That's a nice little twist play call between Burns and Carter. Great job by him to finish the play here. The next play that I want to get to for the Giants offense is this 3rd down completion in the 2nd quarter with 5.5 minutes left. This is just an unbelievable play by Jaxson Dart, throwing with anticipation, trusting Lil Jordan Humphrey this whole game to execute his route and get the depth and timing down. These guys clearly have worked together in this offseason with the 2nd unit when Jaxson Dart was backing up Russell Wilson. An unbelievable timing route with Jaxson Dart on this comeback by Lil Jordan Humphrey here. Great connection for the 1st down. They just made huge plays all night for the Giants. He was the clear number 2 on the field. The protection is just phenomenal. We got a little bit of a chip from Scat here on Andrew Thomas, but it wasn't even needed. Andrew Thomas is just that guy. And Jermaine Illuminor handling his one-on-one. We have unbelievable communication going on this play between guard, center guard here, passing off this stunt beautifully. We're going to have John Michael Schmitz initially engage with the interior defensive tackle, and then he's going to pass him off to John Runyon. He's going to take the 2nd defensive tackle, and then Van Roten's going to pass off the next guy, and it was just beautiful work between the 3 of them, giving Jaxson Dart time. Jaxson Dart, he's going to be able to hit the top of his drop and see a clean lane right to Lil Jordan Humphrey, throwing a great ball. He's throwing the ball as he's still getting into his break, and the ball's there right as he's got his hands ready. This next one Another play by Jaxson Dart, just showing off his timing. He was very impressive with his anticipatory throws in this game. On this play in particular, he's going to take a one-step drop and look nowhere near his target, not giving anything away as to where he wanted to go with the football and just ripping it to Jalin Hyatt. Jaxson Dart also would rush for a first down on 3rd and 2 without the tush push. He doesn't need that. I want to talk about this next play in the 3rd quarter. This throw by Jaxson Dart was actually beautiful. On this play here, we're going to have Scat on a swing route out of the backfield here, and Theo Johnson's running a post against this cornerback, so he's bigger than Adoree Jackson. He's going to have to use his leverage here. As soon as Rodrigo Blankenship comes down, he's going to have a one-on-one with Adoree, and it looks like he should have him. It looks like if Theo Johnson stumbles a little, it could have been a big play here, and maybe Adoree grabbed his arm. It should have been a completion. The ball was right on the money. It hits him both hands. Like, you got to have that, Theo. Theo's been playing great as of late, but that's a play I imagine he'd like to have back. Now, going back to the Eagles offense, this was the game changer. This isn't the start of the 3rd quarter, backed up, and Jalen Hurts has good protection on this play, and just a miscommunication by the Giants defense. Cordell Flott looked like he didn't know what his responsibility was on this go ball, and they had a perfect play call set up. Jalen Hurts, he's going to have time in the pocket. He's going to be able to even step into this throw, and he just overthrows it by 3 yards. The Giants defense really escaped on that play, and they got a really lucky break. Another huge play by the Giants defense on a 3rd down. This was a 3rd and 7 here, and these are all 3rd downs. On this play right here, Brian Burns, he's going to line up off the line of scrimmage and get a running start, and we're going to show 6, and then Dane Belton's going to back off, but it's what Brian Burns is able to accomplish on this right side. He's going to use his speed and get underneath, and that is going to blow up the entire play. Jalen Hurts is going to try and escape the pocket, and Brian Burns gets a hand on and slows him up, and then he's able to keep working and get him down and get his 2nd sack of the game. That's another 3rd down play by our defense. Brian Burns in specific just creating a play there. He's having a great defensive season. We're really seeing the dividends of why Joe Schoen wanted Brian Burns on this roster. Really playing super impressive defense for this New York Giants football team. The next play we're going to talk about is another 3rd down for the Giants, backed up on the 18-yard line. Cam Scatabo is going to diagnose the blitz really well on this play. He's going to come down and acknowledge the linebacker in the hole. Andrew Thomas being back in the lineup has just been so tremendous for this offensive line. He can handle so many one-on-ones. Great blocking across the entire offensive line on this play. He gave Jaxson Dart time to get to Wandale coming across the middle. He's looking for these layered throws, and it's really nice to see that he's not afraid to rip it on this play. We're going to have 3 wide receivers, 2 are tight ends, but they're lined up at wide out, and you're going to have Lil Jordan at the bottom. You're going to see him look at Lil Jordan, and then he's going to get to Daniel Bellinger, and then he works to his 3rd read here, which is unbelievable to see from a rookie to be able to do that and have the time to do that. Great job by everybody. That's just a great executed play. I just love to see that play so much from you, Jackson. You're going to have on this play 3rd down and 3 at the 40. You're having a solid drive on this drive, and you just picked up that 1st down. You're at 3rd down again already, and you're up 10. This is another big play for Jackson. Your offensive lineman's going to false start here, and that's a really devastating thing to happen. And then you're going to have Jaxson Dart just make the play of the game. He's going to feel the pressure and get the ball off with timing as he's making his break. It's just literally a perfect pass with pressure. You just got to see it from his perspective. They do a great job with Tyrone Tracy running to the flat, making it look like Jahad Campbell is going to go with him, and Jahad Campbell comes on a blitz, and Greg Roten doesn't notice at all. Also, Jermaine Luminor gets beat off the right side, and he's going to have to throw this ball flat-footed. He just puts this ball perfect spot for Theo Johnson to catch it and continue running upfield, and it's a 1st down. That was just my favorite play of the night. This last play that I want to go over is actually the deep ball to Jalin Hyatt. Jalin Hyatt's going to run a double move and get by Keely Ringo. Jaxson Dart's going to have to get this ball out a little earlier than he wanted to because of the pressure. They didn't pick up the blitz well, so he lets it fly, and it's right on Jalin Hyatt. He couldn't have thrown a better ball. Good job by both players drawing the foul and putting a ball so accurately with pressure. I just wanted to highlight that how impressive the 3rd down offense and defense really was from this team. I know this was new, but thanks for tuning in, and continue to stay tuned because I'm going to give out more betting picks this week, as you saw how I did last week. So keep your eyes peeled and stay tuned.